with Charlie Macadon from the Pine River area of Minnesota. We're at the Tea Party on the Capitol Steps. Charlie, what brought you out today?
Well, I'm a disabled veteran. I fought for the freedom. The last thing I need is for my own country to take away the freedom we fought for.
Now, have you been in protest before?
Yeah, gatherings, yes. Rallies. I was at the Save Our Troops rallies several times. Tax rallies, things like that.
You get to the point where you just can't take anymore. I don't have the time to protest like a lot of liberals do. I think they're on a list of, okay, we have to protest for this, and this. I'm at the point where somebody has to stand up for me, and sometimes it's got to be yourself that stands up for yourself. And everybody here, I bet there's not very many people that have gone to a protest before. I'm one of them, but I have to say something.
So this is your first protest. Is this your first protest?
Yeah, we're sisters.
Your sisters, okay.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this? How'd you get inspired to come out and take the time to protest today?
Glenn Beck. And mainly I found out from her, and then she, talked me into taking off work, and I came down here, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely coming down here.
So your first protest, and what do you do for work?
I'm a student. I'm going to a seminary to become a minister.
Terrific. What do you do for work?
I'm a homemaker.
Now you had mentioned your husband. Would he have liked to have been here today?
He would have loved to have been here today, but he's got to work to pay off the other people's debt.
So there's an opportunity for a lot of outrage today for people to vent their feelings. What do you think about people getting involved? Are there real specific ways that you've gotten involved in your own community in order to be an activist, or is this sort of the first thing?
This is a first thing for me. I mean, I talk a lot, and I try to gently bring things up.
Let's get a look at your signs. Can you get there's signs in the? And well, thank you for thanks for talking to us. Appreciate it.
Sue Jeffers.
Hello, Patriots! Yeah! Do we love our country or what? How many rallies have you ever been to where they start with the Pledge of Allegiance? Not very many. So this afternoon, they had the Tax the Rich More rally. How many of you heard Pat Anderson say 12 people showed up? Look around you, look around you. We are not alone. We are not alone. Our message is simple. Repeal the pork. Cut the taxes. Stop the out-of-control spending and get government out of our lives.
Now, before I start, why don't we have the real hit of the evening, the Star Spangled Banner. Billy, would you let it rip? Decades, some of us, maybe most of us, have continued to take our freedoms for granted. We've slept during the midnight stealth of our liberties. Our heads may have even burrowed deeper and deeper in the proverbial sand, but today we're waking up. We're waking up as a mighty grassroots force to be reckoned with, and no longer indeed will we refuse to act like we've been so privileged. Today, we have the privilege of being here and preserving our tomorrow.
I am an American and I am a veteran. That's right. Just like 48 million more of you out there right now that I call brother and sister. That's right. That's right. And I am tired because I know that when people go in the military, they take an oath. That oath is to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. That's right. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's right. When politicians go into office, they take a similar oath. They take an oath to support and defend the Constitution. But when a military person does it, he does it in this manner. Whether you're active duty, reserve, or National Guard, when you take an oath to support and defend the Constitution, you are in essence signing a check, a blank check, made payable to the United States of America for an amount of up to including your life. That is honor. Right. However, unlike them, our politicians, when they take the oath, they treat it at a minimum like an administrative burden, and at worst like a joke. That's right, throw them out. That's right. So when our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters are out there standing tall, these people are stealing from them, and they're stealing from their children, and we don't have to take it anymore.
I want to begin tonight by pointing out that unlike a lot of the protests we've seen on these grounds, our event has to be held after hours. Now, the reason for that is simple. We have jobs and responsibilities. That's right. And any of the politicians that are watching tonight, please notice, we produce things. We pay taxes. We vote. Now, I'm here tonight to speak for the average person, and like me, many of you have never been to a protest before in your lives. This is the first time you've done anything like this, most likely, right? We work hard, we take care of our families, and we do the right thing. But what have we gotten for following the rules? Our government has turned around and has taken our tax money and shelled it out to their cronies like a bunch of clowns tossing candy to kids at a parade. Now, when we look at the Obama administration and the Bush administration, when we look at the democratically controlled Congress and all of those Republican bobbleheads that keep voting with them, it has become clear that these people no longer represent us. They just resent us.
Thank you for coming out tonight on what is just a gorgeous evening, and what better way to spend it than with thousands of other Minnesotans who care about freedom, liberty, limited government, and the ability to pursue the American dream that we've had in this country for over 200 years. I'm so honored to be here with you. Now, I would hazard a guess that I could go around this audience and talk to each one of you, and I know that we will find issues upon which we disagree. Every one of you disagrees with me on something, but we have all congregated here today on this tax day because there is one thing that we agree upon, and that is that we are overspending, overtaxing in this country, and setting up a future for our children and our grandchildren that none of us want to see. I think we can all agree, folks, that the American dream was built on the backs of hard-working individuals contributing their capital, contributing their labor, contributing their ingenuity to build a country that the rest of the world envies. Why would we take that down? The other thing I think we can all agree on is that we should not pursue some kind of a short-term fix by spending ourselves into oblivion and saddling our children with the debt that will result. Thomas Jefferson said the following, and Thomas Jefferson's a popular guy here today, quote, "I predict future happiness for Americans if they can prevent government from wasting the labors of the people under the pretense of taking care of them," unquote.